it's Mila and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking all about how to transition to an alternative audience with a different type of content that you're creating. Now, if you haven't seen my previous video, I do highly recommend you watch it. And basically in that video, I explain how your content defines your audience. Also, if you haven't seen the interview that I did with Ciren Verde, it is really cool. She gives a lot of really good information, including my favorites that I actually used in the last video, and I'll use it again. One great piece of advice is figure out what you enjoy filming and film a lot of it. So if you've already established an audience creating a particular content type in your clip stores, it is not too late to change content type. It is not too late to start filming videos of a different category because you can make the switch to include audience that actually enjoys the content type that you'd prefer filming yourself. But the question comes up is that if you do this and you make this switch, what happens to your audience? The thing is that if you start filming something that your current audience is not interested in, they are here for that old content that you used to produce a lot of, you might see your sales go down and your audience kind of leave you because they are recognizing that you're no longer filming this kind of content that they're enjoying and they might leave. But you might also have a lot of your audience stay because they have grown to really like you as a person and they want to stay because they really enjoy you and who you are. And of course, when you start producing tons and tons of videos from the content that you enjoy producing, the category that you enjoy or the categories that you enjoy, you are going to see a new pull, a new audience come in that has a demand for those kinds of videos. So this is what I consider like the transitional phase of swapping your audience over to another audience. And in this phase, you probably will see decreased sales and decreased income because of that. It is totally worth it though if you are not enjoying what you're currently filming and you really want to film something else. Heck, even if you just really want to film this different content type, and it can be temporary too, like you don't have to make a permanent switch. Maybe you just want to try and experiment with something else and that's new. That's okay. No matter what, you will see a new audience who's interested in that new content that you've been filming. And there are things that you can do during this transitional phase that can steady your income and make your income a little bit more consistent so you're not losing too much out on in terms of sales. The number one thing that I recommend trying out, because I know I tried it and I had great success, is one, be creative. Take your old category, the videos that you used to film a lot of and that your audience is there to see you for, and take the new category of whatever video that you want to film and mesh the two worlds and try and figure out in creative ways how you can mesh these two categories into a handful of videos. And you don't have to do it for every video, but you can definitely do it for some videos so you can kind of mesh your audience a little bit because your audience still enjoys you. I'm sure a lot of people enjoy the same kind of content of that category, but they're there to see you because they enjoy you. And when you mesh those two worlds, it opens an invitation for them to try something new as well. So for me, I've been doing cosplay now for 3 months, and this is very different from my GFE fetish-friendly videos. I do a lot of fetishes, I do a lot of GFE like cuckolds and homewreckers and cheating wife and all kinds of content that's more GFE, POV roleplays, very vanilla, and daddy and whatever, taboo. And then I have a lot of fetishes. There are all kinds of crazy fetishes that people enjoy. And then I really wanted to do cosplay. So how do I mesh those two ideas together? One of the fetishes that people like to see from my video stores are mouth fetish and giantess fetish videos, where you show like your mouth up close and you're like a giantess and they want to pretend they're little people that are going to be swallowed. So I basically made a couple videos with Ochako from My Hero Academia and Sakura Avalon from Cardcaptor Sakura, where they were like schoolgirls and they were giantesses. And this mesh actually worked really well and in my favor, and people ate these videos up. They did better than most of my cosplay videos did. Even though I'm picking up sales on my cosplay videos now, when I started filming cosplay, guys, I was getting like maybe 1 or 2 sales on my videos. Most of them didn't make any sales, and now they're starting to pick up and people are starting to buy them in bulk because I've made so much of them now. Like I'm uploading 3 per week for the past 3 months. So people are starting to see that I have this kind of content on my page, so they're coming to me and gaining that audience and they're starting to buy these videos. And I'm also uploading 2 other videos every week. So one is probably going to be a fetish, maybe both of them are fetishes, or one of them is more like a GFB or roleplay or something like that. But I have 2 other videos that are non-cosplays to keep my current audience interested. And that is really helpful for having consistent income during that transitional period as well. You don't want to cut it completely, because if you do that, then you will see a hard drop in sales, but you might see a hard rise in sales. It could work against you, but it could work for you. It is your choice. But for me, it was a very great transitional thing for me. And that's number 2 for me. My idea is to not just have this new category of video being uploaded every week, at least upload one video a week that is not this new category, and that is a video you know will sell well based on your older, more consistent, regular audience. So yes, that's how I've been doing my own transition to cosplay, is uploading 5 videos a week, 3 that are cosplays and 2 that are non-cosplays. And for the most part, I see that my current audience is actually staying with me pretty consistently, but I am also gaining audience from cosplay into my cosplay categories. So it's been pretty good. And my cosplay category has picked up momentum along the way. Like now I'm actually getting some consistent sales every week, as opposed to barely getting a sale if I release a video for a few weeks, you know what I mean? So it will pick up for you. You have to be patient, but I find that if you're doing something that you love, you don't even really pay attention to the numbers. Like for me, it was more so a self-gratification thing to get dolled up in a cosplay of a character that I really loved and film in it and put it out there on the internet. For me, it was more soul gratifying, and I enjoyed it so much that I wasn't really thinking about the sales. And to be honest, I was sitting there talking to people like, I don't think this is gonna make money, but I really wanna do it and post it. And now they are starting to make some sales, and I am gaining momentum. So that's good, and that can happen to you as well. You can enjoy something so much that you're not focused on the numbers, because let's be honest here, focusing on the numbers is a very toxic mindset. It's not good to look at the numbers, basically. It just really messes with your mind in negative ways, and it drags you down where it does help you. So, I mean, it's good. You have to kind of look at the analytics of things and see, am I doing good? Am I doing worse? Am I getting worse? Am I getting better? You know, it's good to look at these figures analytically, but constantly looking at it, constantly gluing to that number is a toxic mindset. And I find that when you're doing something that you enjoy, you're not as focused because you're just enjoying what you're doing. And the sales will come in time. So those are the 2 tidbit advice tips that I have for you to stay as consistent with your income as possible while making the transitional switch to a different category of content. And I hope they worked for you. They really worked for me. I mean, some of the videos that I meshed the 2 worlds did amazing, and I still have videos that I know will sell well based on history, and they are doing well. So I know that these work, and I'm sure they'll work for you, and just give them a try and test the waters out and do something different. Try something that you really want to do that you've never done before. And try not to be so focused on the numbers and the sales, because you will probably see a drop in your sales for a bit. Do what makes you happy, and you will see the results because you will manifest it. And for those who don't believe in spirituality and stuff like that in terms of manifestation, well, think about manifestation then more as you're setting goals in your head and you're working towards those goals. So ultimately, you'll gain success. It's just that simple. So I hope this video was informative. I hope it was useful. I hope you gained something from this. If you did, as always, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel down below, turning on that notifications button. And I'll see you guys another time with another video. Bye for now. Till next time.
Find out what you like to film.
I agree.
Film a lot of it, because ultimately once you do those things, it's gonna come through in your work. This stuff doesn't go away. This content is you're the product. You get to go back to this, 10, 15, 20 years later and know that you get to re-release it, get to do all of this stuff that
it's self-fulfilling on a personally fulfilling level, but also it's called passive income. So you can endlessly sell as long as you can market correctly. And I did talk about how enjoying what you're doing is so important, as opposed to just doing whatever you think works best in my branding video. And in my marketing video, I will help you guys try and tell you how to market your stuff better. But definitely this stuff, stockpile it, all your content, your videos, your photo sets, and you can sell it forever as long as you are alive.
You just want to look at yourself back in the time when you were like real done up or looking real good, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to have that documented? Those are good times to remember.
No, I'm joking.